up, y'all? This is April Prayer, criminal defense attorney from Chicago, the Justice Junkie. And today's topic is, when do I have to show an ID to a police officer upon request? When do I have to show them my identification card? So here are 4 scenarios, and I will tell you yay or nay as to when you have to show a card in each of those scenarios.
Go ahead.
Number 1, you're walking down the street and the cop approaches you. Now, in the majority of states, you do not have to show a physical identification card, but in about half the states, upon request, an officer can ask you your name and detain you until he finds out who you are to make sure that you don't have any active warrants for your arrest. So my suggestion is to zip it, don't say a word. If you have a card, to turn it over and let the officer run your name. But remember, some people don't have cards. You can even vote in most states and not show a picture ID because people don't have them. So if that's the case, simply give your name and again say nothing else. Number 2, you're the passenger of a vehicle. This is very similar to walking down the street. You do not have to, by law in most places, produce a physical identification card, but the cop will likely detain you to make sure that you're not a mass murderer, or you're not a rapist, or there isn't some warrant for your arrest somewhere. Number 3, you're the driver of the car. Now, being the driver and the passenger are 2 different things because a driver's license and an identification card are not the same, even though we use them for a lot of the same purposes. So with a driver, driving is a privilege, not a right. So a cop has every right to ask whether you have that privilege or it's been revoked or suspended or maybe never issued to you at all. And he does that by requesting your driver's license. You must turn it over. Number 4, you are a gun owner. So whether the cop happens to see the bulge of your gun and you're in a concealed carry state, or he happens to run your license plate number and know that you have that you're a gun owner, you will have to produce some sort of identification if you're armed to show that police officer. In the majority of states, I'm going to send you to your state to find out what the law is. As a licensed gun owner, you need to know that anyway, and you will likely have to produce some sort of identification to show that you're licensed to carry that gun. So my suggestion is, even if you live in one of those states where you do not have to produce an identification card upon request, that instead of saying anything, instead of making small talk with the cop, instead of saying something smart to the cop, just hand him your card if you have one, so that your detention will be short. He can run your name, find out who you are, and send you on your way. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this gives you some direction. Peace.